All right, Virginia gubernatorial candidate Terry McAuliffe kicking off his Get Out the Vote bus tour today in Arlington. To fight falling poll numbers, the Democrat is setting his focus on heavily blue Northern Virginia in the last stretch of the campaign. Today's tour coming as an anti-critical race theory organization targets McAuliffe and aims to keep the controversial issue alive and on the top of voters' minds. Karl Rove is former White House Deputy Chief of Staff and a Fox News contributor. Karl, great to see you. So give us the big picture. Will the outcome of this election ultimately be about McAuliffe's views on education and whether parents should have the ultimate say on what their kids are learning in the classroom?
Well, that's going to be a big part of it. It's actually going to be sort of if McAuliffe loses, it'll be because Youngkin has made a convincing case on two E's and C, education, economy, and crime, that he is better for these issues, particularly for suburban voters. There's a reason why McAuliffe is campaigning so heavily in Northern Virginia, and that is that he has seen a slide in the support for Democrats in three critical areas of the state, Northern Virginia being the most important one of them, Loudoun County being probably the focal point. And this explains why the campaign is focused on education. There's not only controversies in Loudoun County about critical race theory, but it also was revealed that there was a sexual assault in a girl's bathroom by a transgender student that was not reported. And under Virginia law passed by Democrats and signed by a Democratic governor, school districts are not obligated to report crimes that are committed on campus. And so both of these issues have given Youngkin an advantage.
Perhaps you agree then with F.H. Buckley's Wall Street Journal op-ed. The professor writes in this piece, history is on the ballot in Virginia, Karl. Much of this election is turned on critical race theory. And the local signs, he says, suggest people are starting to get tired of it. We've had a whole year in which we've been told how nasty America is. We've been encouraged to revel in a sense of justified hatred that is corrosive of ordinary, decent impulses. It's a fascinating piece when you get into it. He ultimately says, Karl, it hasn't made anybody a better person, this debate. It's a retreat into selfishness and loneliness. Do you think more Americans, both sides of the aisle, are waking up to this, Karl?
I think they are. In fact, I not only would agree with Professor Buckley's suggestion that education is playing an outsized role in this election, so would Terry McAuliffe, because you'll notice he says, Youngkin is taking my words out of context. That's his response. But here's what Terry McAuliffe, said in a televised debate. I don't think parents should be telling schools what they should teach. So who are you going to believe? Either, his claim that he's been taken out of context, or your lying eyes and ears, which give you a chance to go online and find out that he said exactly this during a debate. He's made this an issue. The people have made it an issue. Events have made it an issue. Education is going to play a big role in the outcome of this election.
And the polls show it is an issue. This is our own Fox News polling. Top issues voters are extremely or very concerned about, Karl. Not shocking to see inflation and higher prices still up there. That has been polling at the top of voters' minds for a while, but sort of unprecedented to now see what schools teach. In the top 5, 73% are extremely or very concerned about that. What voters think are major problems when it comes to schools, when asked, top of the list, schools pushing political plans. Karl, this is going to be a big one.
63%.
63%.
Yeah, big number. And it's probably likely to be much bigger in Virginia, because this issue is not, we're not discussing this equally everywhere around the country, because there's a gubernatorial campaign going on and because of the things that have been said and done. This is a huge issue in Virginia and propelling Youngkin forward.
It's going to tell us a lot. We'll be watching all of it. Karl, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.